Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder. It's our First NBC Bank Weekend Preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank, with 32 locations throughout the greater New Orleans area and beyond. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNola.com. Well, it's an interesting week. Of course, it really got interesting with signing day, which is always a revelation. On some fronts, some kids making announcements on signing day. Others have already committed, but they still have to wait, do the schools to get those letters of intent in through fax machines, and they do. And obviously, Lenny, it was a banner day for LSU because they ended up with a really good class, primarily because they came through with 4 big commitments on signing day.
Exactly. Finished up strong. The biggest one of all, perhaps Malachi Dupree from John Curtis, choosing to cast his lot with Les Miles. And, you know, the consensus is LSU finished second in this recruiting class to Alabama. Where have we heard that before, I guess. But still in all, that's a great get. This was a great year for Louisiana high school prospects. Most 10 or 11 of the top 100 players in America coming out of the state of Louisiana. LSU able to keep a number of those at home. Some of them are headed in other places. You can't get them all. LSU doing well. Hey, give Tulane and Curtis Johnson credit as well. Trying to, that state of Tulane thing, trying to build a wall around the area. 20 of their 24 coming from the state of Louisiana, including, a couple of late ones that they were able to flip either back or over to Tulane. So all in all, and you hear it, no one's ever had a bad day on signing day. It was a good day for the local products, including the FCS schools as well. Southeastern, a big day as well.
Well, I wrote about it at SportsNola.com with Southeastern, with Southern, and with Nicholls State. And you can read my analysis on those 3 in a blog that I have up at the website right now. So, good day indeed. Now it's past and you move on. And I will say this, if you're in the SEC and you don't finish in the top 10 in recruiting, you've got a problem, because most of the top classes, at least when it comes to top 25, come from the SEC. Speaking of the SEC, college basketball, LSU showed a lack of maturity. Right when you're ready to jump on the bandwagon and think they're going to the NCAA, they took a huge step backwards, couldn't guard anybody, and got whipped at Georgia. They were beaten from start to finish. They never led in that basketball game.
Yeah, not the game they needed to go out and play after some significant wins at home, most notably a week and a half ago against Kentucky. They needed to be able to go out and get some road wins. You got to be able to show you can win on the road, and they've got, I think, 5 out of 9 the rest of the way on the road. They need to take care of business at home and probably get at least 3 of the 5 that they have on the road. But they've got trips to Kentucky and Florida still.
They're not going to win.
Yeah, that's going to be that. Those are going to be 2 tough games. That takes out the margin for error. But you need to be able to get those kind of top 50, top 25 RPI kind of wins that are going to show up to maybe separate yourself. The consensus is that LSU may have cost themselves anywhere from 6 to 10 spots in the RPI with that loss on Thursday night, which drops them down to around 60.
That's no good.
That's no good. You need to be up in the 40s or right on the edge of that to be able to get in, and they've got some work to do now.
Because the SEC is a 3 or 4 bid league, and that's it. Kentucky and Florida will get in, not in that order. The other order, of course, would be Florida, Kentucky. And then maybe 2 teams beyond that. Would it be Ole Miss? Would it be perhaps Tennessee? Could it be Vanderbilt? Missouri, obviously. LSU has wins over some of those, but losses to some. And again, they've lost 3 out of their last 4 on the road in conference, and that's not what the selection committee is looking for. They have to be more consistent, although they clearly have the talent to get there. UNO a loser at Oral Roberts last night. Tulane swinging back into action and struggling a bit. So college basketball, again, the prospects not what you'd like them to be.
No, but still, you've got some teams in the area that have played well. You go up the road, up I-59. Southern Miss has been outstanding this year, arguably the best team in Conference USA. Ruston, Louisiana Tech with a good win on Thursday night. Louisiana Lafayette had a good win, although they're in the middle of the pack in the Sun Belt right now. The good news is, Sun Belt tournament is here in New Orleans, so you would think that the Ragin' Cajun faithful would be well represented and maybe as close to a home situation as anybody would have here in this tournament. Maybe they parlay that into a run and make the NCAAs. Southern in good shape in the SWAC, so maybe you will see some Louisiana representation whether or not LSU gets there in the NCAAs.
All right, I'll take the Power Punch Plus. Smoothie King Center. That's what New Orleans Arena is now. I like smoothies. I like Smoothie King. And I really like this move because it's a local company. I've read things from people saying, oh, it's not a big name, it's not a national name, it's not a banking institution, it's not a big car maker or anything else. I like this because it's local. And this franchise is located in Metairie, and that's huge. They had a chance to relocate. They did not do so. And therefore, I'm really in favor of this. Happy to see it. It was a long time coming, and I don't mind the corporate name at all. I know many of us, Lenny, will shy away from those corporate names at time, but this one deserves to be recognized because, I'll say it again, they're local.
Yes, and Juan Kim gets it, clearly. I mean, the new owner of Smoothie King brought his family from Korea to the United States, could have moved the Smoothie King headquarters to Dallas or Atlanta, chose to keep it right here in Louisiana in the metro New Orleans area, and now is putting his dollars back into the New Orleans area, to be the naming rights sponsor of the arena, the Smoothie King Center, which is now official, and the nation will see it tonight as the Pelicans play a nationally televised ESPN game against the Timberwolves, and then, of course, even bigger stage, worldwide stage, come next week when we've got NBA All-Star here in town.
Coming off of a win against the Atlanta Hawks, they've won 5 of 7 and playing better basketball. And that rare national television appearance, it's a chance for the nation to see Anthony Davis. So it's a stage for him. You hope he can live up to it because this kid's been very consistent.
He really has. I mean, clearly he's one of the, top 10 to 15 best players in the league right now. And you'd like to think as this team can get healthier and get some pieces back, they'll, finish up strong the second half of the season. A lot of people thought a month ago that the season was heading south, and while some injuries have continued to pile up in some cases, Davis has really stepped up his play in the last month or so.
College baseball on the horizon. Check it out. Delgado opened last weekend. The colleges, the Division I team swinging to action the following weekend, and we look forward to that. We had Rick Jones on our radio show last week. We have Paul Maneri on tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, from 10 to noon on the Three Tailgaters show. We'll have Ron Maestri the following week. So check out college baseball. Fortunately, not a freeze day today. Didn't feel like college baseball for Tulane Media Day, Lenny.
No, it didn't. Had a chance to visit with Rick Jones and some of their players yesterday. And we've got the video up at sportsnola.com on some of our chats. They're going to be young this year, but they're talented. And I think that's, is this the year that Tulane finally breaks back into the NCAA field of 64? Rick Jones is very optimistic, cautiously optimistic perhaps, that this is the year that can happen, although he's going to have to put some new faces out there. And speaking of college baseball, how about what Loyola's doing tomorrow? The weather was bad in Texas.
Let's play 3.
Let's play 3. What does Ernie Banks think about that? They were supposed to play a doubleheader Friday, a doubleheader Saturday. Wiped out Friday. They're going to play 3 on Saturday starting at 10:30 in the morning against Houston Tillotson in Austin, Texas. How great is that going to be if you're a baseball fan? Go watch 3 games in one day.
Dougie, I'm a Loyola alumnus. I got maybe 10 pitches in this right arm, okay? Because you need pitching. Triple header? Are you serious?
Well, they were going to play 4 in 2 days. So, I mean, what's the difference if you play 3 in one day? Exactly. I mean, but it'd be interesting to see, to follow that one on Saturday.
Can't wait for Maestri Field to open. Really nice new facility, basically, with the man who's the architect coaching the team now, Ron Maestri. And, of course, LSU will open their season in Baton Rouge against UNO. They'll play down here at Zephyr Field. We'll look forward to that, too. And the Tigers will be very good. So, college baseball, it's great to have it here. Let's hope the weather continues to warm up. Lenny, as always, thank you. Have a great weekend.
All right. We'll see you next week.
That's our First NBC Bank weekend preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank with 32 locations throughout the greater New Orleans area and beyond. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNola.com. For Lenny, I'm Kenny. Have a great weekend, and God bless you.